Hi Pisces, welcome to your teen love reading. I've been shuffling quite extensively off camera, so you know the drill. This starts off general and then it does get specific. If it stops resonating, please check your other moon, rising, or Venus signs or another channel. I guess that's it, isn't it? Okay, all right, so Wheel of Fortune reversed. Next card is feeling defensive, just saying. This is the energy between you and what you perceive as your love life, whether it's another person or just your overall feelings of where you're at with your love life in general. And this speaks to feeling like bad things are happening to you, or you just have bad luck in love. And sorry, cleaning my glasses. just feeling really out of sorts, and like things are happening out of your control right now. And you can't see that. Always do that. All right, so in the past, and this could be man or woman, this is about the energy. In the past, this is a preliminary reading, this is a general part of it, right? I do get specific, I clarify with this. Okay, so in the past, there's, I want to say somebody, could be fire energy, Earth, Sagittarius, or Leo. Could be a woman, could be a man. The energy is somebody that's very vivacious, exuberant, passionate, has a lot of drive and very outgoing, and just can command the wind. I mean, they're sexy, mysterious. They're all things good socially, good wife, mother, everything. They're entrepreneur, just a can-do Kathy. Okay, and then the obstacle though was this. The obstacle was an emotionally immature situation, creative block, perhaps, just a love offer that was not fulfilling, or just not what would have been desirable. Shall we put it that way? I'm not going to say, oh, somebody offered. No, wait, because this could be situational. But basically, it's a love offer that falls short, or would not be enough for someone of this stature. Meaning that this is like typically young love. It's the idea of something. It's the flirting. It's the whatever. This queen is ready to go. This queen or whoever this person is, male or female, that they're ready to go. They don't mind it being the beginnings, but when it's like this, it's usually because there's some immaturity there. It was like it stopped before it got started, that sort of thing. And the current situation now is there's been a ceasefire, which is excellent. It's almost like laying down the wands to work together or to focus on our goals, to just let's avoid conflict, which it's like, okay, wait, certain things are worth fighting for, right? Don't just abandon me emotionally. Like, I still want the connection. Don't just go gray rock on me. But this is about realizing what's important and working towards that with a partner. Or if this is you by yourself, you're working on shoring things up so that you can be ready to date again. We shall see. This right here, what's coming towards you, you feel disconnected and cut off, or there is a disconnection and cutting off. It could mean spiritual poverty. It could mean just feeling like you're cast out in the cold and abandoned and just like discarded, and then at the end, the outcome, there is just sort of feeling stuck, feeling frustrated, feeling kind of just like, is this all there is? Is that, do you know what I mean? So we'll clarify here. All right, let's clarify this Queen of Wands. This can-do Kathy. Or Cameron. I should say Cameron because it's unisex. Okay. All right, so we've got this situation where it was pretty vivacious and pretty, either this person, male or female, pretty, just had it all together, but they felt stuck, right? They felt stuck. And it's almost like they wanted to shake things up. I'm not so sure this was devastating news here. They just, hang on. Because this could be about needing to shake things up because you're in a rut and you're just like feeling kind of like this. You're feeling kind of stuck and passionless, What's this about here? Okay, so the obstacle in this relationship or in this love situation was somebody was very one-sided with the money, and they were quite reckless with it. This immaturity that I mentioned in the relationship was about someone not being, whether it's you or the other person, it was about a lack of, it's almost like someone was like wanting to control all the money. But someone was very controlling in the relationship. For some of you, it might be about money, like somebody who's really stingy or cheap. It could be that somebody was just like a black hole with money. Like this relationship never got off the ground because this person just never had any time or money to do anything with. Okay, still not seeing where the Tower comes into play here. Hang on. Don't everybody lose their minds. Yeah, it just seems like this, because this right here, this is all fine and well if it's upright, but this queen, she's got no time, or this person, I should say, Cameron, Cameron, has got no time for somebody that is not in it. You know, you're either in or out, and you either can or you can't. There's no, well, like, can we just wait until I get, no, don't be cheap with me. People that are cheap with their money typically are cheap with their emotions. Okay, and so this ceasefire, this sort of figuring out what's important and working on that has to do with, okay, because these two go together. I'm tired of trying to pick these things up, little stubby nails. These two go together. So this ceasefire and this feeling stuck is about, not feeling stuck anymore, is about realizing what's important and wanting to go after it and working towards it. Okay, and whatever that means to you, it's kind of vague, but it could be about work. But I think this is more about getting out of a rut. And after this happened, like after this right here happened, it was like, you know what? I now know what I want. This is not going to cut it for me. I want somebody that's on level. This was not. So I now know what I want. I'm going to stop being passive. I'm not going to feel trapped anymore. And I'm going to start working towards what I want. It might even be that you meet somebody at work. I also think that this right here might have been, I just feel like this is the need to shake things up. Like you're feeling like you're just feeling stuck and like you want to shake things up. And this right here is like she's sitting there just like, he or she is sitting there. Okay, when's this person going to get it together so we can? And then it was like, I'm tired. I don't want to fight anymore. I want to go after what I want. I want to go after what works for me. Okay, and so then we come to this. Now let's see. Is this going to be? This is obviously it's not advice, right? This is the outside environment or what's coming towards you, right? This is basically happening outside of you. And so I think this person right here, because you're sitting around kind of waiting for things to get interesting, it's not going to happen with this person. You realize what you want, you move forward. This person right here, I think that you're still kind of connected to, is going to feel like they are rejected and cast out in the cold. Yeah, nice visual there, right? And, sometimes this is about feeling like on edge and defensive and paranoid and not knowing what to do. And there is the dissolution of a happy home, right? But I think this also might be someone like just being world weary and wounded and just like, I give up. Just giving up. I feel like this is about giving up. I don't feel like this is about being even more the wounded warrior. Like, I just feel like this is overwhelming and they give up and this is how it feels. They're tired of trying to make it work. And I don't see any real, like there was this immature offer of love or this immature situation involving love, but I don't see anything else really that speaks to loving feelings. So at some point, this relationship was just about the functionality of maintaining a home, perhaps, because it was a long time relationship. Because this is about legacy, about building community and ties, and about building up. And so we've got the dissolution of that. Someone feeling overwhelmed, just walking away, and they're kind of like, well, what do I do now? Like this was a situation for quite some time, and now I just feel kind of cut off and like abandoned. And I don't think this for the Pisces that I'm reading for, I don't think this means poverty per se. I think it means you're just kind of feeling set adrift. You're feeling like cut off. You're feeling just like, well, what now? Like, oh God, well, now what? What does that mean now? Where do I go? What do I do? Now that this has ended, and you just can't anymore. You're just exhausted. You're just tired. You're done. So then we come to this Knight of Pentacles reversed, which is about feeling stuck, about maybe some necessary, downtime after maybe, the fighting or the shake, just the frustration, just not being fulfilled and frustrated. Okay, if the camera was on me, you'd see me sitting here nodding my head going all around. This could be about just doing nothing because this probably was a lot of work right here, dealing with this, okay? And you're feeling the sadness. Here's 2 5s. And you're not in a loving mood right now. You're still feeling the sadness. If this has been a breakup after this right here, Sorry, I hit the mic. You're you're just, maybe you're feeling stuck. Maybe you're just taking a departure from everything to deal with this because of the sadness and because of this whole just feeling like this is also about blocked emotions or feeling kind of repressed. And I imagine if this is what you were dealing with, um, it is exhausting, it is tiring, and you're just taking a much needed break right now and just kind of dealing with things as they come. But I don't think this is about you being, everybody is afraid of this card, the Tower and the Queen of Swords, right? But this is about how you feel mentally. You just feel like meh. You just feel meh. You're exhausted, you're tired, you're taking a break, it sucks, meh, you know? Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Okay. That could... Oh, that's very nice. Computer scan's completed. This could be about this right here, laying down those wands and actually talking. It could be... There could be something salvageable, like this right here. Somebody does want to come in from out of the cold, right? Somebody, they don't want to feel cast out. They don't want to feel set adrift. So this could be about, wanting, just feeling done. And yeah, it might be ending, but maybe if we talked more, maybe if there wasn't this fighting, maybe if, you know what I mean? There's a big maybe here. And some of you are going to be like, nope, I'm glad, she's gone and blah, 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 and whatever. But there is, if there is that honesty, there could be some resolution. It might not be getting back together. It could just sort of bring more closure and a sense to this right here. This kind of heartache and sadness right here. And this is necessary. Like, you knew it was, but it still stings, And so maybe if you had that talk, it would be about realizing, and you already know what didn't work and why, but you don't want to, you don't want to leave things where they're at. I get the sense. And maybe that's why you feel a little stuck, is because there's been this ending, and then that's it. And you guys have both gone to your separate corners. Where's that hanging? You both gone to your separate corners. Maybe you haven't talked for a while, and you just are feeling this way. And it's one of those things where it's almost like nothing to be done. You just gotta kind of, feel it. And this whole heart-to-heart conversation, honestly discuss your feelings with each other, maybe that didn't happen. Maybe the breakup happened, this breakup, because there wasn't really a discussion like, look, you're cheap, or look, you don't, I want you to be more ambitious and to make more money and to not be so reckless with the money that we do have. And that never happened. And there was just a departure. And so maybe somebody's feeling set adrift. And maybe if the air got cleared with that, that would help bring closure, right? My God, I thought that said putrefaction. Whoa! Purification and detoxification. It's time to release physical and energetic toxins from your life. Agreed. I think that part of this is also taking a much needed break and doing nothing, because this is exhausting. This is exhausting. When you're fighting and in conflict and trying to hold it together, you're trying to this and that, and you don't want somebody to feel this way. You feel sad that, okay, it ended. I feel sad too, but it's just like, you need closure. But part of it is also this timeout so that you can heal and figure out what was what with this this relationship that didn't work out. And so maybe, if you can, I'm not saying go back into the lion's den, but if it is possible in time, maybe there could be some talking about, look, in the future, I realize I might have been harsh about this, but at the same time, just know for those future people, you need to be more on your game and not come in with this little tiny thimble of whatever. Just saying. Heart-to-heart conversations could help there. Because I feel like this part of that is why you feel stuck. Or maybe why, if I'm reading for the other person, why they feel stuck. Is that there was certain things were not talked about, shall we say. Okay? So it's time to get rid of that. It's time to quit hanging on to that and get rid of that. And if that conversation needs to happen, let it happen. It's only going to set you free and move you farther along and kind of getting over this and turning this into this, where it is a steady, slow progress forward. It might be slow, but it's steady progress forward. Right now, it feels like you're stuck, albeit taking a much needed time out, but still stuck, because there's this disappointment here and this sort of just not dealing with this breakup or trying to process this breakup. Okay. So maybe having that heart-to-heart conversation would help release some of the pain and help move you forward. Because right now it just feels like, God, what else can I, can somebody let me up? Like, really? It just feels like you don't know what's going to happen, but you're being pessimistic. You don't think anything good's going to happen because this was just this turned out to be a huge disappointment. So, okay, Pisces, that is what I have for you. I hope to see you in the next reading. I'll do this again in 2 weeks. So, be well, do good, and I hope to see you soon. Take care.